Hey everybody, it's Mr. Movies87 here, bringing you a new tech demo video today for the Nintendo DS. Today I'll be showing off one of my personal favorite RPGs from recent years that I only discovered a handful of years ago. It was thanks to H.C. Bailey. He mentioned this game in his Final Fantasy 13 LP, so shortly thereafter I was out at GameStop, I saw it there, and I'm like, I want this game, I want to try it, and I absolutely loved it. Let's go ahead and unpause my emulator so we can see what all the fuss is about. Now you might notice for the, well, you probably do notice for the layout here, instead of the normal up and down or vertical layout for the DS emulator, I actually have it horizontal, more so to fit more of the screen. If I did it like vertical, it was just really weird, at least on my monitor here. Like I couldn't really even see like much of the bottom screen there because it was so like far stretched out. But I think here with it horizontal, I mean you can see everything just fine. I mean the stuff on the right and on the left here. So I mean that's all that I really care about. As long as everything is visible, that's what really matters here. It's besides that, yeah, I'm not too worried about that otherwise. But yeah, let's go ahead and show off Radiant Historia, published by Atlas in 2011. Alright, so this game, if you love RPGs, if you love a great soundtrack, a simple, easy to pick up, but a very also, in a way, complex battle system, and a wonderfully written story, this game is for you. This has pretty much everything you could ever want, and then some. Let's go ahead and show it off, shall we? I have a save file here that I started a little while back, just for the hell of it, just for test purposes, really. Now, you might notice there will be times for this where the left screen will just be black, which would be the bottom screen. So technically, the right screen is the top one, and the left one is the bottom one. But like I said, yeah, it was just really weird to see, like how it was set up. I mean, I could like stretch the window and just pull it around or whatever and fix that, so I mean it wouldn't be quite as bad. But I mean, then you just have the black bars on either side of the screen, and I personally don't want those. So I think this setup here, for me, works just fine, actually. Like I said, I am fine with the setup here. What's key is that you can see what's going on and hear everything going on. That's what matters, plain and simple. So for this layout, it's fine with me. Alright, so anyway, very start of the game here, we have our first few party members here. Stott, the main character, and then Rainy and Marco, two mercenaries that joined up with Stott for his first mission there. We can also hit things with our sword. That'll be more prevalent in the near future, but not as much for right now. Anyway, one thing I always like to, if you're not sure where to go or what to do, bottom screen will tell you, meet Heis's agent at Lasville Hills and return to Alistil. So Heis is Stott's boss here. He works for the for Spec Ops, essentially. I forget the Intelligence Division, that's what it's called. Alistil is the town we're in right now, with the whole region we're in. Currently, we're at war with Grenord, the army, a country to the west there. And there's also the area of Sickness, which generally plays a neutral role throughout, but they do supply soldiers to each army. So there's that. I'll just show off the menu here. Soothing Balm, Herbal Tea, Holy Water, some of your healing items there. Now we have skills. Well, we will get skills in the very near future, of course, as we level up. I'll go over more about that as we go along. Yeah, stats here. There's Push Assault. It dodges a target back. Now, I'll explain what that actually means once we get to an actual battle there, but no, not for right now. Party will be able to swap out members as we go along, so don't worry about that for right now. And then also our stats there, too. Well, stats up there, then equipment as well. I've already bought some stuff earlier, so I'm not going to worry about that. Now, there will be some slight spoilers throughout the way here, mainly just like character names and like location names. That's pretty much it, really. So it's not going to be like anything game-breaking or like going to ruin the entire story for you. Like, it's not a big deal. That chest up there we can't grab anyway, so don't worry about that. There's a couple soldiers are blocking off part of the highway for repair or whatever, so we can't get to that for quite a while. Let's go ahead and have this nice little simple world map. You'd always like things like this. I mean, I prefer both styles of world maps, like just going from point A to point B on a map like this, or actually exploring the world map itself. So anyway, Lasville Hills North, let's go ahead and look around, shall we? And also, we'll get a little bit of intel right here for our first mission, so slight spoilers-ish, but it's nothing major, only for the like first 15 minutes or whatever. And also, yeah, you notice a black screen here as well. I mean, if I had the means to do so, I would put something there to, like, fill in that space for right now. Or I could even just have them change the setup so that it only shows the top screen here. But I want to show off both. And I mean, that might be a little off-putting to some, like half the video is just a black screen. But I mean, just don't look at it. I mean, the main stuff's going on the right side anyway, so there's no point to look to the left anyhow. So, again, I'm not really worried about that. This is probably what I will do for the LP anyway. Although there is a better way to do this, then by all means let me know. I'll happily adjust to that. But I mean, if not, then I'm fine with this. So, I'm very flexible with this sort of thing. As long as something works for me, that's fine. I like things to be like as simple as possible. As long as things work the way they're supposed to, and they look good they look good by and large, that's fine with me. Also, hey, a flaming chicken. Let's fight it! Oh, yeah. Here we have our first tutorial battle of the game, and I will show off the, well, tutorial here itself. There's a few battles here that'll detail that. So here we have the grid tutorial. Now, I'll kind of summarize how it goes along as well. So pretty much, enemies will always appear on a 3x3 grid somewhere, either in the front row, the middle row, or the back row, and any other spot along there as well. Now, if enemies here are in the front row, they'll deal more damage, whereas if they're in the back row, they'll deal less damage. So let's go ahead and show that off here, as the game is telling us to do right now. So let's go over to skill, and then we have, excuse me, we have push assault for right now. So what that does, takes about 3 MP, just target you, and boom, now you're in the back row, and thus, you'll deal less damage. Now, he did, what, 19 before, and then only did 12 then. So this is very bare bones for right now. We'll see some more battles here. I mean, as you play along the game, I'm not going to show off, like, all the tutorial battles for right now. I mainly wanted to show off how the game bloods and how well it runs and all that on my setup here. But yeah, I didn't want to escape. But anyway, yeah, so let's also go over the change command here. Now, you can swap turns with anyone in battle from turns 1 through 10 there. So let's see, let's go ahead and swap with the enemy there for 4. So now there you see I have 6 turns in a row. So let's go ahead and actually do that one more time. Now, I noticed there too how the characters there are red. No, Stock and Rainy are red. That's what's known as the Baroque status. It happens when you change your turn there, and it'll wear off once your next turn pops up, and you'll take more damage as you're in that effect. So it's a little annoying, but it's totally worth it. Because here's the thing: with you can pull off combos throughout the game with all your turns in a row like this. So I have 9 turns in a row there, right? So if I had any magic right now, I could alternate those. Say like a fire spell, normal attack, fire, normal attack, what have you, or various skills or whatever too, right? I can chain those together to make a combo level, and the higher level you have, you'll actually get more experience points and money at the end of each battle. So let's go ahead and just attack with you, push assault, not that I really need it, but it's more so to kind of boost the skill level there. And yeah, Marco and Rainy have no skills for right now, but they will learn some as we go along, so don't worry about that. And then we'll go one more push assault there. And I wanted to mention as well, with, what is it? I forgot. Oh yeah, with the grid system there. Like, for right now, I can only move enemies back, for right now, right? Later on, we'll be able to pull enemies forward, move them to the left or to the right, knock them in the air. There's a lot you can do. So yeah, it starts out pretty bare bones and simple, but as you start learning more skills along the way, you'll be able to move enemies around wherever you like, and sweep battlefields with ease. Now, one thing too, if enemies are on the same node, tile, what have you, you'll damage all of them. So say there were, say 2 enemies on the front row, right? The very upper right spot and the middle right spot. If I were to use left assault on the top enemy there, I would move it would move down, so it would be on the same tile as the enemy on the center spot, right? And then if I hit them with push assault or any other attack, it would actually damage both enemies in that tile. So that alone, you can also later on lay down traps on certain tiles, and if you knock enemies into them, they'll take damage from that. So there's a lot you can play around with. It's really, really fun, and it's super well handled too. And yeah, I'll get more into that once I actually, you know, get to LP in the game proper. And I absolutely will do that. This game is too damn good not to do. And also, I'm actually doing a re-record of this. I had a video ready to go before, but I feel like it wasn't really... I mean, the quality-wise was fine, but my commentary could have been better. I felt like I rushed a lot of things. But I mean, there is a lot to go over in this game, and I think for right now, I covered the basics of it. But also, more so, this was to show off like how well the game runs and all that stuff, too. And of course, it runs perfectly on our new setup here. But yeah, This game really, really rang a lot of bells with me, and it's just struck so well with me too. I mean, for one thing, it's a handheld RPG. That alone is perfect for me. But yeah, a great soundtrack, a very well-written story. We'll get more into time travel stuff as well. It doesn't go into that now, but that's a little bit spoilery. But that's the main plot point there. And then I think my favorite thing is the battle system, with how freaking cool that is. You hardly ever see anything like that, or at least I haven't, in RPGs that I've played. But anyway, at this point, 40 is a little bit more spoilery, so I'm going to go ahead and stop right here. So let me know what you guys thought of just the video in general of the game, if you've played it in the eventual LP. I do not know when I'll get to it. I will most certainly do it. It's just a matter of when, of course. And with that, guys, this has been Mr. Movies87 signing off. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.